Hey guys, it's Monday. Rest week last week, and now I'm starting a new training block today. So I've got a lot of sprint work and then also high torque work on the bike. Going to be doing these all on the trainer. So I've started a method for doing it where I'm going to control the kicker from my head unit and record kicker data there. And I've also got my Asioma dual recording on my whoosh. Just finishing my warm up. 5 max sprints, then I'm going to do like a 1 minute anaerobic test effort. Go all out for that. Then I've got 10 5-second sprints. That's it for the sprinting, and then I've got high torque work. So plan for the high torque work is to start at the lower end is what I'm targeting, so 80 Newton meters. I reckon 5 by 3 minutes, so that'll be 400 watts at 48 RPM, so around 80 Newton meters. So yeah, doing that in erg mode, which is why I'm controlling from the head unit. Did a couple of practice torque efforts over the past 2 weeks. So I feel like this is the best way to do it, and it's not going to be easy, 5 by 3 minutes at 80 Newton meters, but I think it's doable, and then try and progress that week by week really. Try and get up to like 120 Newton meters, so about 80, high 80s at the moment, like 87 kilos this morning. So yeah, trying to get to from like 1 Newton meters per kilogram to around 1.5, so 80 to 120 over the course of like 4 months until February, which is how long I'm planning to do the high torque work for. Got my spreadsheet there. I'll fill that in after I'm done. Feeling good today though. Done all my sprints now. Yeah, pretty happy with those. 1 minute effort was brutal, obviously. I don't know, I'm thinking it might be a bit much what I've got planned already of doing like 1 test each session. In a 4-week block I'd do 2 1-minute tests, 2 2-minute tests and 2 3-minute tests. I'm thinking I might just cut that back to 1 of each, especially because my second gym session of the week has a decent amount of sprinting on the bike as well. So have a think about that. You just do that anaerobic effort, you feel awful. You're just like, oh. But I don't know, because it's so short, it's like you're not at risk of overdoing it. It's less risky to do a 1 max effort than multiple sub-maximal efforts. Because if you're doing multiple sub-maximal, like 1, 2, 3 minute efforts, that's getting into like your hard VO2 max repeatability stuff, which in my head is like your peaking work that you're doing during the summer for your key races. The plan I've got at the moment is alright, but have a think about if I want to do that 2 minute on Friday. Probably not, because I fucking hate the 2 minute. So yeah, I did 5 max sprints. Sounds like a 45% trainer difficulty. Did my 1 minute effort about 40% trainer difficulty, and then the 5-second sprints at a higher trainer difficulty so that I don't spin out the trainer. But yeah, all good. I'll crack on with the high torque work. So aiming for 5 by 3 minutes at 80 Newton meters. Good session that. Ended up managing to get the prescribed session done, so 5 by 3 minutes and 80 Newton meters. Maybe the cadence was a bit higher, so probably averaged 50 RPM rather than 48. So it's probably more like 77 Newton meters rather than 80, but yeah, really good starting point. Did the first effort, felt fine, but decided to still keep it to 3 minutes. Second effort felt fine as well. The last 2 kind of bit, they were quite hard. Like manageable, but definitely difficult. But that's good, because that's how you get better. Actually needs to be a challenging stimulus, not a maximal stimulus necessarily, but some of the challenging that the body needs to adapt to. So yeah, happy with that. Even just tried to burp up a bit of my breakfast. So clearly worked hard this session. So yeah, about 2 hours to get all my sprints, the anaerobic and the high torque work done. So I've got 1 hour left on the turbo, just spin out some zone 2, get the leg moving again after grinding away at 48 RPM. Pretty good session, happy with that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking about like if it's too much, or but like they're such short efforts that it's a lot of sprints. That anaerobic effort, I'm thinking about maybe cut that back, so only do one per week rather than 2. But yeah, I think it's a manageable session, and I'm also thinking about January, February, where I basically want to do that session plus some tempo work at the end. But if that's like similar TSS to my long ride, then it's better to include it in this session rather than the long ride. But yeah, thinking a bit too far ahead that. But yeah, very pretty graph as well, if I do say so myself. That looks immaculate, I'll be honest. Go. Decent 1 minute and decent 5 seconds. Like the 5 seconds is higher on the Asioma and the 1 minute lower on the Asioma. But yeah, have a look at the data in a minute.
I'll leave you guys to it anyways. We'll see if they've got yours. Oh,
Just finished my gym session and yeah, it was good, but like back squats felt really good, but then my deadlifts didn't really feel very good. Thought I wasn't going to get 180. My working sets at 150 felt hard as well, and I've written the program based on like muscle memory, like thinking I can do like a minimum deadlift volume and kind of get back up to the strength I was at 2 years ago, because I'm like, my leverages are definitely suit deadlift rather than squat. I'm thinking do the squats, get better, focus on the squats, and then the deadlifts will just naturally come up as well. But I'm thinking maybe that might not be the case, but it's worth a try. Like I reckon muscle memory's already got me like quite far, like up to a four plate deadlift again, but maybe it won't go to 5 plates, but we'll see. But at the end of the day, for the cycling, like you kind of want to see how strong you can get with the minimum sort of volume, because like during the season you don't want to be lifting so much, but you kind of want to still be strong ideally. So yeah, it's an interesting thing to try, see if I can, because I'm just doing 2 working sets of deadlifts a week and I'm expecting to get stronger, which is only the case because it's based on muscle memory, but any other if that's getting to new strength, then it's just like ridiculous. That's not going to work compared to the squatting, where I'm squatting twice a week, 8 hard sets of squats a week, front squats and the back squats. We'll see how deadlifts go next week, but it might be the case that I'm like stagnated at the 180 single, but yeah, we'll approach it from there if that's the case. Also had a think about Christmas hours at the gym and like when they're going to be shut, and one of the weeks, so week 70, it's going to be the 23rd of December is the Monday, so they're going to be shut like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, from like probably December 24th to 26th, 27th. So yeah, that week's going to be a write-off, and I think my gym membership expires around then as well, so because I got it just before the new year. So I think what I'm gonna do is kind of rearrange my gym so that I'm getting the original planned 8 weeks done in 7 weeks, so then I don't have to worry about that final week and not being able to go to the gym. So yeah, I managed to make it work, and then that final gym session will be on the 23rd, and yeah, it'll work out nicely. Get a bit more deadlift stimulus, so maybe I won't be so weak, but yeah, like I said, we'll figure that out. Technique is a lot better though, because I'm not gripping and ripping like I used to. I just used to be really aggressive off the ground, whereas now I'm like pulling the slack out of the bar and being really controlled off the ground, and it's moving slower, so I'm like, naturally it just feels like, oh, this is worse, but just because it's slower doesn't mean it's worse. Like if you're still generating the same amount of force, but the movement's more efficient because you're pulling the slack out of the bar rather than ripping it off the floor, then pull the same amount of weight, if not more. So yeah, just see how we go, continuing. I mean, it's not like 180. It moved fine. I mean, on the video it looked fine. Like my deadlifts, they don't feel great, but then on video they look alright. See how much I can push the strength with minimal volume, really, because that's the dream, not being able to, not having to do much training and being really strong. Like then I can put that recovery stimulus into things that matter more, like the interval sessions on the bike. Hey guys, it's Tuesday. Just out for 2 hours zone 2 today on the bike. Big day yesterday with a session and then decent gym session in the evening, and then tomorrow I've got 3 hours plus a hard gym session, so it's like a pseudo, it's an easier day after the hard day. So yeah, feeling good. Nice day for it. Good ride that. Now I'll get out for a short run now. Just immediately off the bike, basically. Give myself a couple of minutes and get out. Hey guys, it's Wednesday. Absolutely gorgeous day for a ride, so I'm out for 3 and a bit hours today. Then I've got a gym session this evening. Sets of front squats and sprints to be doing, just because of how I'm rearranging my gym block to get it all done. How I'm planning on doing before like Christmas week, so like week 17, it's the 23rd of December is the Monday, so that whole week's going to be a write-off. So and that would have been like the last hard week of gym training. So I'm wanting to squeeze my gym training in forward a week. Try to shift my gym training forward a week, so that means like compressing 4 weeks into 3 weeks for the next 3 weeks, and then I can shift the previous next 4 week block up a week, and then I'm not disrupted by those Christmas hours. But yeah, out for a nice ride today. It's Thursday, rest day today, so just out for a 1 hour recovery ride because nice blue skies, sun's out, so yeah, getting out on the bike just for an hour on my standard recovery loop. Big gym session yesterday after rearranging my block to move the gym sessions forward a bit because of Christmas hours. Considering that, yeah, very sore upper back from the front squats to be expected, but yeah, legs feel alright, so got another gym session tomorrow, so we'll see how we get on with that. Hey guys, it's Friday. Out on the bike for 3.5 hours today, just so 3.5. Rearranged the training program around a little bit, so originally I had a planned high torque session for today, but we've had a really nice spell of dry weather, and this is kind of the last day of the nice weather before it starts getting pretty grim and cold next week. Like it's going to be raining a lot, and the thing that I'm mostly concerned about is sub-zero temperatures. Like on a day like today, it says 10 degrees, and you get out and it's really cold. So if the forecast is saying 0 degrees or negative overnight, like there's going to be icy patches on the road, and I don't have a gravel bike with big thick tyres or even a mountain bike, so it's not worth risking it after crashing last year. It's not fun. So I'll probably be spending a lot of time on the turbo next week. So yeah, I've moved my high torque session I'll do that on Sunday because the weather's not so good, and just getting out and doing some endurance today instead. And with the rearranging of the gym block, obviously 3 hard gym sessions this week. I've had a hard session on Wednesday, then my rest day, and I've got another hard gym session today. So it just spaces out that intensity. Doing gym and high torque in one day is obviously a lot. And today that would have been a really hard session today. So yeah, I've just do endurance today and then hard gym. And then tomorrow I've actually got the RTTC CTT celebratory lunch, as giving out the medals for the RTTC National Championships, because for my third place at the 10 mile TT. So yeah, going down to Hinkley in Leicestershire for that dinner, for that lunch. So the original plan would have been 2 hours on the bike, but I think I'm going to get up early, get an hour and a half-ish done on the turbo, and then head down for, before breakfast, then have my breakfast, then head down for the lunch, and have a nice day of that. So yeah. At Chesterfield Way, Ches Vegas, makes a bit of a change. That's why I normally stick to the main roads. Bombing it down this hill, and it's big on muddy patches, and I heard my bottle fling out. I was like, oh god, look down. Came to a stop and came back up the hill to get it. Fucking hell. Yeah, bit of a muddy one. Continue down. Decent gym session that, especially considering it was the third heavy session of the week. Yeah, squats felt good. Deadlifts, I'd already voiced my concerns about pushing the weight on that, and that was right, but like it was just one session really. This week had an extra hard session. Next week just has 2 hard sessions, and the week after that has 3 sessions, but 2 of them at reduced volume. Hello. So yeah, I was just getting that gym session done, and then the rest of the gym sessions for this 3-week block I'm not too stressed about. But yeah, squats felt good. My highest heavy single in a decently long time, and that moved well. The sets moved well. The working sets at 115 moved well as well, which is good. And like with the volume I'm doing, I'm expecting to improve, and that's showing to be the case, which is good. But I'd voiced the concerns about the deadlift, about how I'm like not doing any volume for it, and I'm just relying on muscle memory to try and get back up to decent strength. And yeah, I'm kind of seeing as like I'm plateauing at that strength again, like being able to do like a 180 kg single. Yeah, it's kind of been to be expected, and like that strength is still good. Like it's not really worth it since the discrepancy between my squat and my deadlift is so big. It's not really worth it it would just be ego to push my deadlift to get back up to old PBs from 2 years ago, like 220, 230. So I can just be happy with my 4 plate, like continue doing heavy singles and pushing like decent strength rep ranges, like that 3 to 5 rep range, and I'll probably get some more neuromuscular efficiency. Like I'll probably get up to 185, 190, maybe even 200 just with neuromuscular efficiency. Like that 185 moved decently both times. I just didn't properly grind it, you know. And on another day I might have just got it. So yeah, basically it makes sense. I'm not too concerned about failing a single, and yeah, I reckon I'll continue to get a little bit stronger, but it's like just neuromuscular efficiency at this point, rather than actually putting on any additional muscle mass to my hamstrings that's helping in the movement, you know, because I want to put all those recovery points into the squat to improve that, to be honest, because that's definitely the weak link, I think. Good morning.
Down, but anyway, slab getting on the trainer with the knee legs on. So just chatting away, you there on the trainer. Actually, right now. No, what one? Oh, no, we're going to out you. Huh? That? And you set up these
For me? Well, you know. Hey guys, Saturday. Just on the turbo for an hour and a half doing some zone 2 before heading to the CTT lunch in Leicestershire. Nice and early for me, but because I needed to get up for it. It's like getting up for a race. Like, if I decide I'm going to get up to get this session done, I just switch on, lock in, you know. Just have to do it. So got up, played with the dogs, had something to eat, but gonna have my breakfast after this, and yeah, just get an hour and a half zone 2 in. Yeah, legs are feeling alright. General fatigue from the gym yesterday. Bit of a sore shin. Like, not sure what the deal with that is, but yeah, generally feel all good. It's just an hour and a half, so yeah, crack on with the last third now.
2 minutes. Well, I'm glad I impressed you. Better than the National 25 in 2012.
Returned from the long day of the CTT awards lunch. Yeah, it's good fun, good chatting to lots of different people. So yeah, got my bronze medal, you know, engraved as well. So it's pretty cool. There we go. Even got the time embossed there as well. Pretty cool. Wasn't in the most social mood, so probably could have spoken to a bunch more people, but yeah, it was still a good time. So yeah, enjoyed it. Hey guys, it's Sunday. Got a good night's sleep, 10.5 hours, but still pretty tired from yesterday. So cracking on with other stuff in the morning, and I'm on the turbo now for my session, and I'll have a crack at it. Same as Monday, so it's 5 max sprints, then 10 5-second sprints. These are all seated. Whack up the resistance on the kicker, and then crack on with the sprint. And then I've got some high torque efforts to do, and aiming to progress from Monday's session. So instead of 5 by 3 minutes, try and do 5 by 4 minutes, again at 80 Newton meters, so 400 watts, 48 RPM. We'll see how we get on with it. It was nice earlier today, but I needed to get this session done because I already postponed it from Friday. And it's grim now, so yeah, it doesn't matter. Will be dark by the time I finish. Probably do 2.5 hours, 3 hours total on the bike. That'll take me up to 17.5, 18 hours for the week. Just getting ready to do my sprints. Right, sprints completed. That was 5 max sprints and then 10 5-second sprints. Was getting a bit of interior knee pain, like here on the knee. It's pulsating a little bit. Wasn't sharp or painful, but like at the end of the 5-second sprint, I'm like, oh, this is not feeling amazing. I get that sort of thing at the gym, and I'm like, normally it's like knee pain. I'm like, okay, that's normally a bit of tightness in the quad. So got out the massage gun and was just like working it into my quad for a bit, and I was like replicating the pulsating, like that sharpness. Loosened it up, did some more high cadence work, just like low resistance, getting up to 120, 140 RPM, and the knee felt fine, so I continued with the sprints. So the first half, so I did 5-second sprints, and by the end of that it's like, okay, the knee's a bit more tender than I'd like. Loosened it up, and I did the other 5 and felt absolutely fine. So yeah, I'm not sure how the high torque work will feel, so I'll have a go at it, but if it's painful then just write it off, because I've squatted heavy 3 times this week, so it's not too surprising that there's a bit of tenderness in the quad and in the knee, so in that musculature and the tendons, so just be safe with it. But yeah, if I can do the high torque work, I'll get on with it, do my 5 by 4 minutes. But yeah, spin out the legs for a bit now and see how that goes. Use the gun a bit more while on the bike. Tough work, but got the high torque efforts done. Did the planned 4 by 5 minutes. Yeah, happy with that. Hard work. Yeah, you think high torque, it's just going to be burning your quads. It's going to be really stressful on the knees, but it's more, especially those later efforts, it was really in my glutes. Like everything's recruiting really hard. Your glutes, your hamstrings, your quads. So yeah, the fact I'd loosened the knee up, left knee up, I mean, it feels slightly tender, but maybe that's because I'm super aware of it because of how it was feeling earlier. But yeah, not feeling painful at all, so crack on with the session. And yeah, got a rest day tomorrow, so and then you've got 2 hard gym sessions next week, so hopefully keep getting stronger, but then balancing the right amount of stress and stimulus to improve, but not going so hard that I'm digging myself in a hole. But I'm pretty confident with the training plan I've set out that it's feasible and not too much, but need to be careful that that is the case, and if it is too much, then rein it back in a little bit. Thinking more like, because I'm doing like 3 weeks on, 1 week off, push harder on those 3 weeks and then significantly decrease it for that 4th week, because I think it's quite easy to push it on the 3 weeks and then not ease off that much for your rest week. So that last week, my rest week, it wasn't that much easier than the previous week, but that's because the training stimulus wasn't that high for those 3 weeks preceding it. But for these next 3 weeks, well, this week, next week, week after, that's a lot of stimulus with the sprinting, the high torque work in the gym, of course. But I need to make sure that rest week is significantly easier. But yeah, carrying spinning out for another 20 minutes. It's getting dark. Need to have my dinner. Good week though. Happy with that. Another very pretty graph to end the week.